Local 3 Sports. This is Friday Night Football with Ben Bobick, Samantha Casano, and Greg Glover.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City. Nobody does food like Food City. And Sonic. Sonic.
And now, Friday Night Football.
Welcome to the best TV show in town. Friday Night Football on Local 3 has reached week 6. This is where the term mid-season form comes into play for most, but we've been in mid-season form from the jump. Late September football brings everything we love, high-stakes region play as the contenders begin to separate from the pretenders. So let's crank this into high gear as we kick things off with our Game of the Week.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, sponsored by Warren & Griffin, your local 5-star law firm, supporting high school football for decades. We don't just put up billboards, we put down roots.
Speaking of separating the contenders from the pretenders, despite being 4-0, the jury's still out on Signal Mountain. That is, until they play Red Bank. And tonight, that's exactly who they lined up against in our Game of the Week. A monster 4A Region 3 game, and Samantha Casano wouldn't dare miss it as she joins us live from Tom Weathers Field in Red Bank. Samantha, this was a big one for both. Now, how did it all shake out?
Hey, Ben, yeah, we've talked about it all week. Red Bank has dominated this matchup over the past decade, taking each of the last 7 meetings. But this seems like a different Signal Mountain team. The last time the Eagles beat the Lions was back in 2014 when they started the season 5-0. Could this year's Eagles team start the season 5-0? Or would Red Bank get the last laugh yet again? Red Bank literally flipping out with an opportunity to knock off undefeated Signal Mountain. The Eagles looking to move to 5-0 for the first time in a decade. The Lions eat up 7 minutes of the clock on their opening drive, but that drive ends in an Eagles touchdown. Third down, a Red Bank pass is intercepted by Christian Thompson, who takes it the other way. Signal Mountain on the board before their offense even takes the field. The Lions' ensuing drive goes much smoother. Logan McGinnis hands the ball off to Josiah Featherstone, who punches it in to tie the game at 7 apiece. Second quarter now, Red Bank up by 3. The team makes it a double-digit lead. McGinnis moves to his right, airs it out to Caden Lovelace, who's just waiting to make that grab. The Lions take a 17-7 lead into the locker room. A fumble recovery for the Eagles on their first drive of the second half leads to points on the board for the Lions. McGinnis hands the ball off to Oliver Merritt, who runs it in. Red Bank goes up by 2 scores. Fourth quarter now, Signal Mountain still trailing by double digits. Cash Keen looks to find an open man, but his throw is intercepted by Marquis Crutcher. Crutcher's first of 2 INTs in the final 12 minutes. Red Bank wins their 8th straight game over Signal Mountain, 24-13 the final.
I low-key didn't even think I was going to get an interception. Hey, I didn't think they was going to throw it my way the whole day, so I just seen it coming to me, and I always say if it's in my peripheral, I'm getting it.
We're just very versatile. We can run the ball, we can throw the ball. That's all we need to do, execute the game plan.
You know, we talk all the time about adversity. You're going to have adversity, and I mean, you know, I guess sometimes it's better to have it really early, and that's what happened, but I was proud of the way our kids responded.
So Red Bank moves to 2-0 in region play. Signal Mountain is now 2-1. Still a lot of season left, but this win has got to feel awfully sweet for those Red Bank players and coaches. For now, live at Red Bank High School, Samantha Casano, Local 3 Sports.
Yes, it does. Let's take things south to Georgia now. Christian Heritage and Gordon Lee are both newcomers to 1A D1 Region 7, and both have made some early noise, but now the newcomers have to prove it against one another, and it could have some serious playoff implications. Christian Heritage QB Carter Triplett has been on fire this season, and look at this cat, directing traffic, then boom, on a rope to Benji Mitchmerizen. Benji for 6 in the Lions lead. Gordon Lee looking to respond, but you're going to need the football to do that, though. They lose it. Lions pounce all over it, and you knew they were cashing in. Triplett on the move, Triplett's a big boy here. And look at him sniff the end zone and dived across the plane. Looking like a big Ben Roethlisberger there, if I do say so myself. This Christian Heritage offense is something, man. They are humming. Triplett to Aiden Pace, helping the Lions keep the pace in the red zone. Then it's Triplett again on the move. He says, listen, man, I got a taste of this whole running thing. I want more. Exceptional job to get the ball across. These Christian Heritage Lions are something. They improved to 4-1 and 2-0 in region play with a 35-20 win over Gordon Lee at home. Tyner and Brainerd, region action at Ottawa. You, the fans, were going to be all fired up for this one. Hey now, peep these Panthers. Willie Graves on the move, and he wants it all. Big Willie style. To Josiah Pinkerton. It looked like both him and the defender had it. I guess the tie goes to the receiver. Touchdown, Brainerd. Tyner says, bet. Guess we're just going to air it out tonight. Keontae Price with time, and he just puts the perfect amount of touch on this bad boy. Right over the top of the defense, Law Enforcement finds pay dirt as the Ram train strikes back. Brainerd with some swag on offense now. It's Graves again on the move. He wants to throw it deep again. This time there's just a slew of black jerseys waiting for it. Dion Edwards, the freshman with the pick. He would take this all the way back like Primetime, his namesake, but they'd actually get called back for holding, so Tyner would actually have to wait to score on the next offensive possession, which they would do because they are that good. Again, in a big bounce-back game for the Ram Train as they're back on the tracks and full steam ahead as they beat Brainerd 41-6 in region action. Great non-region showdown in the Valley, Marion County and Sequatchie counties, and you know what? It's been a while since we showed a field goal. How about the Indians' William Machado splitting the pipes to give the Tribe an early 3-0 lead? The Warriors didn't come to kick field goals. They came to score TDs and chew bubble gum, and they're all out of bubble gum. Zayden Humphrey on the end around to give Marion County the lead. Sequatchie County looking for a response. Austin Griffith going to catch this one, and he's coming right at us. And by us, I mean our photographer, Shane Perry. He's down just inside the 5. He gets pushed out before the end zone. No big D. Case and Hicks will clean that up. What a game this would be. You saw the only 2 touchdowns. Remember our boy Willie Machado? He would kick the game-winning field goal with 2 seconds left to give the Indians a 13-10 win. What a 2 weeks for Sequatchie County. Let's kick to the scoreboard. A lot of scores to get to. Baylor wins at home. Bledsoe County bounces back for a win. Bradley Central, they needed a win. They win big too on the road. And we got CCS at home. They go down to Knox Webb. Chattanooga Prep again undefeated in the region. Providence Christian over Grundy County. And we got Hickson going down at home in region play to Loudon. McMinn Central wins a big region game over Sweetwater at home. McMinn County goes down at Oak Ridge on the road. One more score, but I believe we do. Tough one for Meigs County. They go down to Stone Memorial at home. Notre Dame loses at Knoxville. Grace is having a great season. And how about those hustling Tigers? They win 18-4 over Sequoia.
Here's your pick for the Friday Night Football Play of the Week, brought to you by Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We keep players in the game.
It was tough pickings this week, but man, is this one of the best of the year. Gorgeous ball from Caden Jones. Then just watch Houston Boynton do his thing. How he remains on his feet to score is beyond our understanding. However, we totally understand why this was selected as our Week 5 Play of the Week. So let's kick it to the Bebo Strader. Made it to Week 6. It was tough to pick a still for this play because there was so much. We could pick it on a lot of different moments. We're going to pick that moment, though, where he was almost out. You could see, which is amazing about this, because these guys, all their momentum is going this way. The defender as well grabs him, is going this way, but somehow right there, green in between, and there it is. How he stays in bounds at that point, it was incredible. A big win for the Central Purple Pounders over Tyner last week, our Play of the Week. And we got much more Friday Night Football coming your way. Stick with us after the break.
Cheer on with the Friday Night Football Cheerleaders of the Week, sponsored by FMO Furniture, Chattanooga's newest family-owned furniture store.
G-O-R-D-O-N-L-E. Let's go Big Blue, go Gordon Lee. G-O-R-D-O-N-L-E. Let's go Big Blue, go Gordon Lee.
This week on Local 3, we talked a bit about how every year brings a few teams that catch us by surprise. Consider Silverdale one of those teams. They beat Knox Webb for the first time ever 2 weeks ago. And then they put a beating on CCS last Friday. Tonight, they had a date with Boyd Buchanan. And the Bucks need no introduction. Packed house at Boyd Buchanan tonight. All gold versus the all white. And all these years later, Mo Bamba, still a thing. I wonder if Sheck West still getting rich, though. Bucks in business. And look at this dandy. Houston Hicks to Brody Lowe. Hook. Ladder under the sea. Sebastian Jones with the tutter. This ain't a party. This is a bash. Bucks up 7-0, and Houston Hicks is feeling real good tonight. Chucks this pill. Almost hits a plane taking off right into the breadbasket of Jaden Moore. They don't get any prettier. Silverdale would get a stop, though. They're going for it here on 4th and 7, trying to spark something, but Darren Shannon is all over that Connor Jenny pass, and Hicks didn't loosen up that arm for nothing. Look at the time he has. He's going to shift in the pocket. He drops another bomb, and this time it's Hudson Wammack over 2 Seahawks defenders. The Bucks were all over the yard tonight. A good thing they were, because they survived quite the Silverdale second half surge to escape with a 41-29 win. Another big region game, this time in Georgia. Ringgold hosting LFO. The Tigers need a win after heartbreak the last 2 weeks. They came out like a team who needed one too. Jeremiah Frost, well, he freezes the D and opens up the scoring for Ringgold. Tigers again. Sometimes you just have to get it to your playmaker. The body control from Keyshawn Taylor. Look at him. Whoop! He's a highlight reel every week. Ringgold off to a great start. Hey now, don't sleep on these Warriors. Darian Chief Keith. This is stuff they do like. Wide open is Malachi Brown. Downtown Brown for the LFO score. In the end, it's Ringgold who uses that early lead as they get a much-needed region win, 41-27 over LFO at home. Glee Vegas looking to improve to 5-0 for the first time in 18 years, unless Ray County has something to say about it, and they did early. Chase Stevens in the air, and Keyshawn Smith read that like a Dr. Seuss book. That pick led to a Golden Eagles field goal. Blue Raiders decide to keep it on the ground next go-around. Braden Carroll powers it in to get Cleveland on the board. But Ray County was more than up for the challenge. Look at this play. Caleb Carr throwing it back against the grain to who? Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, it's that Big O espresso, baby. Chauncey Odom down to the 1. Golden Eagles touched that up with a little Carr keeper. What a ball game this would be, but it's Cleveland going to 5-0 as they win a tight one, 31-24 game over Ray County. Back to the scoreboards we go. Polk County silently 2-0 in region with another win. Whitwell, they're undefeated. Walker Valley shuts out Ottawa at home. And we got Rockmart over Color Creek as we're in the Georgia now. Dade County gets shut out at home by Fannin County. Dalton, they're still chugging along as they lose to Allatoona on the road. And we got Gordon Central shuts out Coosa. How about that? Heritage sneaks by Ridgeland, and Lafette goes down at Adairsville. And we're keeping it going here. Sonoraville over Murray County. Northwest Whitfield 5-0. The Bruins are now. Union County shuts out North Murray. And we got one more. How about the Raiders? Southeast Whitfield in the win column now, trying in overtime over Robbinsville from North Carolina and Chattooga. How about these Indians? Undefeated, 49-7 over Armurgy.
It's time to catch all the fun on the Friday Night Football Fan Cam.
What felt like the biggest Red Bank and Signal Mountain game in a decade, you just knew the crowd would follow. Spoiler alert, they did. See for yourself in our Week 6 Fan Cam.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Band of the Week with Greg Glover, sponsored by Armor Exteriors, your locally owned, not locally franchised, exterior remodeling experts.
The Tyner Pride Marching Band is coming up. I've got the drum majors here. We saw them from the back, but I wanted you to see their faces. What's your name?
Cameron.
What's your name?
Denard Parks.
This is an athletic direction that you guys do. Do you like being up front?
Yes. Yes, sir.
What's this song we're going to hear?
400.
400 is the name of it. It's the Tyner Pride Marching Band is your Band of the Week.
To be very blunt, there aren't many teams in Tennessee that are going to be up for a challenge for Baylor or McCallie this year. They are that good. But Brentwood Academy could be definitely one of those teams. Needless to say, Big Blue would not be caught sleeping on the Eagles tonight. And I love this shot of nights like this at Spear Stadium. I'm not sure, but it's just perfect. 3-0 ball game late in the first. Big Blue on 4th and 3 has had enough. They're going for it, and boy, does it pay off. The fake, Elliot Japot dumps it off to Ryan Larrabee, and here's the thing, there's no one around. Agent 0 to the end zone. McCallie scores the game's first touchdown to take a 10-3 lead. Eagles quarterback George McIntyre is dangerous, though. He's a Vols commit. From his back foot, it's tipped. It goes right in the arms of Joseph Cornblit, and here's the thing, there's no one around. Pick 6 in the blink of an eye. The Blue Tornado up 17-3. They'd force another turnover, driving the game with around 30 seconds left in the half. And this time, Drapeau just lets it rip. Something about a lefty who could spin it wide open is Keyshawn Tabito. He tiptoes into the end zone. McCallie wins over Brentwood Academy. One more highlight to get to. East Ridge and the All-Orange tonight hosting East Hamilton in non-region play. Needless to say, we went east for these highlights. Canes with the rock, and Wyatt Miller drops it down to who else? Jaden Haywood, picking up where he left off as a week ago, and this kid just continues to dazzle. And guess what? He wasn't done. Haywood would score again. East Hamilton, big winners over East Ridge tonight. One more time to the scoreboard, shall we? North Jackson winners tonight. North Sand Mountain winners tonight. Pisgah staying undefeated as well. And we got Scottsboro over Sardis. Fort Payne winners. And we got Mount Zion Christian over Cherokee. Andrews over Calhoun Falls. Oh, Barnburner there in Hayesville, 7-6. Murphy over Greenville Hurricanes. You saw the 2 games yesterday. Saudi Daisy winners. Grace Baptist loss. Have a lovely little weekend, everybody.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City and Sonic Drive-Ins. We thank our local Food City for subs to feed our Friday Night Football.